hits Hollywood. Stephanie Moseley, a beautiful actress and a dancer who worked on the VH1 show, hit the floor, and with J-Lo, Pharrell, Rihanna, amongst many others, shot to death at the hands of her rapper husband, who then killed himself.
And all of this witnessed by boxing champ Floyd Mayweather Jr., who was FaceTiming with the rapper when the murder-suicide took place. It is unbelievable. We were on the scene minutes after the gunshots rang out. And then again today asking something that everybody's asking, why? Why and how could something this horrific happen? Our top story, a murder in Hollywood.
I knew Stephanie pretty well. She was one of my dancers for a while. It was a devastating thing.
On the morning of December 8, 2014, police received a call from a resident in the Park La Brea apartment complex in the Fairfax district of Los Angeles. The caller reported hearing a woman screaming, followed by several gunshots. When officers arrived, more shots were heard from inside the apartment before a SWAT team forced entry into the unit. Inside, investigators found two bodies: 30-year-old dancer and actress Stephanie Moseley and her husband, 34-year-old rapper Earl Hayes. Both had suffered fatal gunshot wounds. In the hours that followed, detectives began piecing together what had happened inside the apartment. Reports emerged of a tense relationship, accusations of infidelity, and a phone call placed just moments before the shooting. As investigators examined the couple's past, a complex timeline began to form, one involving fame, suspicion, financial pressure, and a series of events that ended in a closed apartment where no witnesses remained alive. Here, we deliver clear, factual, and up-to-date true crime stories. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay informed on the latest cases and investigations. Stephanie Moseley was born on February 14, 1984, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. She grew up in an environment where performing arts were a central part of her daily life. From a very early age, she showed an interest in dance. Her formal training began when she was still a child, and over the years she studied several styles, including ballet, jazz, hip-hop, and contemporary dance. Her training took place at dance institutions in Vancouver that prepared students for competitive and professional performance careers. Through years of disciplined practice and participation in competitions, Moseley developed the technical ability required to work in commercial dance. By her late teenage years, she had already begun pursuing opportunities beyond Canada. The entertainment industry in Los Angeles offers significantly more opportunities for dancers and actors than most other cities. For this reason, Moseley eventually relocated from Vancouver to Los Angeles, California. The move marked the beginning of her professional career in the American entertainment industry. After relocating to Los Angeles, Moseley began working as a professional dancer. Commercial dance is highly competitive, and performers often move between auditions, rehearsals, and live performances. Moseley secured work with major recording artists and participated in music video productions, stage performances, and concert tours. Throughout her career as a backup dancer, she worked with well-known performers in the music industry. These included artists such as Beyoncé, Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez, Janet Jackson, Usher, and Rihanna. Backup dancers are responsible for performing choreography during concerts, television appearances, and promotional events. The work requires physical endurance, strict rehearsal schedules, and frequent travel. Moseley's ability to maintain consistent work with high-profile artists demonstrated that she had established herself as a capable performer within the industry. While continuing her dance career, Moseley began exploring acting opportunities. Many dancers in Los Angeles transition into acting because television and film productions often require performers with strong movement and choreography skills. Moseley appeared in several television programs in supporting roles. These included appearances in shows such as Hellcats, Psych, and Once Upon a Time. She also appeared in film productions including Mirror, Mirror and The Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn Part 1. Her most recognizable role came from the VH1 drama series Hit the Floor. The show focused on the lives of dancers who performed for a fictional professional basketball team. Moseley played the character Aisha Hayes, one of the dancers featured in the series. This role increased her visibility among television audiences and provided a recurring acting opportunity. Earl Hayes, the man later identified as responsible for the murder-suicide, was a rapper and music associate based in Los Angeles. Hayes was connected to the business circle surrounding professional boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. Mayweather's organization, often referred to as the Money Team, included individuals involved in music, promotions, and business ventures connected to the boxer. Hayes had attempted to establish himself in the music industry as a rapper. While he was not widely known in mainstream music, he remained part of the entertainment network around Mayweather and other figures in the Los Angeles hip-hop community. People familiar with Hayes described him as loyal to those within his circle. However, reports after the incident indicated that he had experienced financial difficulties and may have been involved in marijuana distribution. Stephanie Moseley and Earl Hayes were married in 2008. Their relationship began several years earlier and eventually led to marriage while both were living in Los Angeles. The couple shared a lifestyle connected to the entertainment industry. Moseley's work in dance and television placed her in contact with performers, actors, and producers, while Hayes spent time around individuals in music and boxing promotions. Eventually, they lived together at the Park La Brea residential complex in Los Angeles. Park La Brea is a large apartment community located in the Fairfax district of the city. Over time, their relationship reportedly experienced difficulties. According to later reports from individuals familiar with the couple, Hayes had become suspicious that Moseley had been unfaithful during an earlier period of their relationship. One of the individuals he reportedly suspected was R&B singer Trey Songz. These accusations reportedly created tension between the two. At certain points, the relationship temporarily separated before they attempted reconciliation. Several details about Hayes' behavior surfaced after the incident. One of the most widely discussed details involved a song he had recorded years earlier titled Suicide. In the song, the lyrics referenced violent themes involving killing a partner and then taking his own life. Although the song had been released several years before the events of 2014, investigators and media outlets later referenced it when discussing Hayes' mindset. Another factor involved financial pressure. Reports indicated that Hayes may have been dealing with economic problems and attempting to maintain a lifestyle associated with wealth and celebrity connections. When investigators later examined the apartment, reports stated that they found large quantities of marijuana inside the residence, suggesting that Hayes may have been involved in distribution. Despite previous tensions, reports indicated that Moseley and Hayes had been attempting to repair their relationship before the incident occurred. Some individuals close to the couple stated that Moseley believed the relationship was improving. There were no public indications that violence had occurred between the couple before the events of December 2014. On the morning of December 8, 2014, residents of the Park La Brea apartment complex began reporting disturbances. At approximately 7:30 a.m., a neighbor contacted emergency services after hearing a woman screaming inside one of the apartments. The caller reported the screams were followed by several gunshots. When officers arrived, more shots were heard from inside the apartment before a SWAT team forced entry into the unit. Inside, investigators found two bodies: 30-year-old dancer and actress Stephanie Moseley and her husband, 34-year-old rapper Earl Hayes. Both had suffered fatal gunshot wounds. In the hours that followed, detectives began piecing together what had happened inside the apartment. Reports emerged of a tense relationship, accusations of infidelity, and a phone call placed just moments before the shooting. As investigators examined the couple's past, a complex timeline began to form. one involving fame, suspicion, financial pressure, and a series of events that ended in a closed apartment where no witnesses remained alive. The Los Angeles Police Department conducted the official investigation into the incident. Officers examined the apartment for evidence, interviewed neighbors who heard the disturbance, and reviewed available phone records. Ballistics testing confirmed the firearm used in the incident was responsible for both Stephanie Moseley's fatal injuries and Earl Hayes' self-inflicted wound. Investigators did not find evidence indicating the involvement of any third party. The lack of forced entry, the presence of only 2 individuals in the apartment, and the ballistic evidence all supported the conclusion that the incident was a murder-suicide committed by Earl Hayes. Because Hayes died at the scene, no criminal charges were filed. The case remains closed under that determination. Stephanie Moseley was 30 years old at the time of her death. Her career had included professional dance performances with major recording artists and acting roles in television and film. The investigation established the sequence of events that occurred inside the Park La Brea apartment on December 8, 2014, bringing the case to its official conclusion.